Check, sound check. One, two, three, sound check. Good, good morning, folks. Can you hear me? Sound check, sound check. One, two, three, sound check. Yeah, sound check. Hi, sound check, sound check. Little latency will be there. That's normal. check, sound check. Good afternoon, fellows. Sound check. Sound check. One, two, three. Sound check. Sound check. It is beautiful. Hello. Check. Sound check. Good afternoon, fellows. Sound check. One. Sound check. Two. Sound check. Three. Hello, sound check. Sound check. Give me the Wi-Fi for demo day. I'll connect demo day. Wi-Fi demo day. Password is One headset, please.
Hi, can everyone hear me? Good. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. And welcome to our episode.
was kind of a launchpad for me. Left OYO in 2021 to build my own startup, Kobe, which was a SaaS for content creators that allowed them to sell their products online using our marketing and sales funnels. Uh, Raised a pre-seed check at that stage from our ventures, a few other marquee angels, founders of Dineout that you now see on Swiggy, founders of Fitso, IT Dailies, FOF came in, friends and family came in, and we were able to put together around. In the next 3 years, we scaled it to 2 lakh plus content creators actively using it to transact with their users, and ended up winning Google Play's Best Apps of 2022 award. In 2024 March, we took the hard decision to wrap the business down as co-founders. We were not seeing eye to eye on where the company has to go. Post that, I moved on to join Vahan.ai. Vahan is a company that provides employment to blue collar workers. It's backed by YC and Khosla. I was heading national supply there. So we were providing riders to Swiggy, Zomato, and Zeptos of the world. And my job was to actually mobilize these riders from tier 3, tier 4 cities to work for these companies. Was there for 1.5 years, a great stint to understand how that entire QCOM space works. Now at Mesa, since the last 1 year, I try to help these founders in building their startups, almost try to become a co-founder in their building journeys. In the last 1 year, these people, I think, have moved heaven and earth to be here today, to make their businesses what they are today with real customers, real insights. And I personally believe that a lot of them today will actually excite you in joining them in this journey. And that's why we are here. uh, all of this was only possible because we could find the right partners in our journey early on. So 3 months back we started our accelerator, and in that we were able to join hands with a visionary partner, which is IdeaBuzz. So IdeaBuzz is a show like Shark Tank, but they ended up getting 50% more viewership than Shark Tank in the first season, ended up dispersing 40 to 50 crores to their startups then. uh, the founder and CEO Jeet Wag is a good friend, and now we see eye to eye on how we can build it together further. So we have a special message from Jeet, if we can play that here right now. Can we play the video? Jeet's video? So Jeet was going to come, but he had some urgent things, and he pinged me out last night at 2:30 that he could not. So he has sent us a video that he will play with a good reveal for everyone who's pitching today.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeet Wag, and I'm the CEO and founder of IdeaBuzz. Firstly, I'm really sorry I couldn't be there with all of you today, but I'm incredibly excited about what Mesa and IdeaBuzz are building together. For us, this partnership with Mesa Startup Lab was a very natural one. We both believe that the great founders don't just need capital, they need the right platform, mentorship, and opportunities to take these ideas forward. I still remember watching Finn and Evero pitch on the NSC stage and seeing one of them eventually take the win home. Since then, it's been an amazing journey to watch these founders and a larger Mesa ecosystem which continues to grow. And now, 6 Mesa startups have already made their way into the IdeaBuzz Startup Fest at the Bharat Mandapam, which I believe is just the beginning of what we can do together. But for everyone pitching today, there's something else at stake also. One startup from this room is going to receive a direct slot into IdeaBuzz Season 2. So give it everything you've got today. I'm looking forward to see which startup earns it. All the best, and I'll see the winner on the sets of IdeaBuzz Season 2. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. Uh, so next, I'd like to invite our panelists and our venture building partners on stage. We have Anuj from Campus Fund. Anuj, if you can come on stage, share a bit about your experience with Mesa and what Campus Fund does. Yeah. Mike, can we get him a mic? I think it's here. Yeah.
Awesome. Can you hear me? Yeah. So yeah. So firstly, thanks Sid for inviting me to this platform. It's always refreshing to be here, and I mean my association with Mesa has been like more than like 1.5 years old now. I mean I knew that Mesa. I mean how I knew about Mesa was when I read that they raised some funding from Elevation Capital and some other other angels. I thought, yeah, I mean, I thought I never learned anything back in school, or actually even in college. To be very honest, I learned whatever I learned was outside the classroom, and felt that I mean, our country needs a platform where young folks can learn the true skills, not theoretical knowledge, and yeah, and then as a part of the first cohort, there were a bunch of startups, but one startup which caught my attention was a F&B startup, QSR company. called as Mumbai Power Company. And I mean, the name, the full form is like Mumbai Power Company, but they started off in Bangalore. And one of my colleagues and I, we were like super hungry. And like I'm originally from Mumbai, so I was missing the vada pav. So I convinced my colleague, let's go to Mumbai Pav. I want to try this. Like it's been like a couple of months. Yeah, and then managed to meet the founders at their QSR in person. So I think the first thing that we tested was the products. Then we heard their pitch over vada pav and pav bhaji. I'll be very honest. I mean, I've tried pav bhajis from like like many places, but this pav bhaji here in Bangalore was like better than the pav bhaji that I've tasted like in like the all of Mumbai. So I told my colleague that there is some spike here. The team also very interesting, very good mix of founders. One who came from a family business of running a food chain, the other one a professional chef. And the traction was also great. Back then, they just had one center doing like about 9-10 lakhs. And yeah, I mean, that is how our relationship, with Mesa started by investing into one of their companies. So now, like fast forward to today, I mean, they have raised a follow-on round from a family office. They have scaled in terms of traction. They have scaled more than 10x. Yeah, so I think this was my first experience with Mesa. The second one was, when Sid invited me for a talk. It was like a sector thesis in quick commerce. Like a lot of students with a lot of energy in the room, and I tried my bit in terms of inspiring them, motivating them to build a startup. So I hope I did okay there. And yeah, I mean, what I believe is what is new about today's demo day is that we have a bunch of angel investors as well. So these companies, we need to understand they are very, very early into their journey. Not always all of them may have those milestones which can attract VC funding. So it requires the support of angel investors like yourself in the room. So yeah, I just wanted to put in a word that all of us as an ecosystem should come together and do whatever is possible to make sure that these companies go on to do really well. So thanks Mesa for having me here. So
Thank you
yeah,
very much.
that's it.
Yeah, thank you. So actually, after your last year's talk, a lot of people who were in that room are going to present to you today. So yeah, you can let us know how we did after that. Yeah. So next up, I'd like to invite Jivraj, founder of Indian Silicon Valley. On stage, he has been engaging with us for the last 3 years since the advent of Mesa. Jivraj, if you can share a few words about.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Awesome. Super delighted to be here and congratulations to Mesa for such an incredible job. Like Sid was mentioning, I've had the pleasure of actually talking to the founders of Mesa when sort of the first round for Mesa was happening. And since then, there was no cohort. And then there was the first cohort, then I came for the second cohort as well, and now I get a chance to interact with the third cohort. Um, the passion and purpose of Mesa is actually close to my heart because I'm originally from Calcutta, and while I'm really glad of the education that I had, I'm not from one of these IITs. And I used to feel during COVID when I started up with my first company that I didn't have the ecosystem around me because I was not in Bangalore, Bombay, Delhi, Hyderabad. And I felt that as a Calcutta commerce grad, the only rewarding place I found was the startup ecosystem because fortunately, what entrepreneurship rewards is absolute merit. And what Mesa in turn achieves is gives you this platform of trying your hands at entrepreneurship, making the mistakes that would otherwise seem very costly had you had more at stake. But while being in college, if you get the opportunity of building a business, I don't think there's any better service or better journey to be on. And they de-risk and help you in so many ways that this platform is very valuable, right? Think of things like people have to go externally to raise capital, people need to figure out distribution by themselves, they need to figure out mentorship. All of that platform is to you. So congratulations to all the teams that will be presenting today. I think taking this leap of faith to start up, put all your work at risk and to build something itself is a matter of great achievement. And Mesa providing this platform is incredible. irrespective of the outcome, I'm sure the outcome is going to be great. I think it's going to be amazing. I'm super glad to be also amidst everybody to have the opportunity to evaluate these companies. And if there's any way in which we can help, even beyond today, I'd like to say that we're always here to support. I like to really believe that entrepreneurship truly changed my life. My podcast, my investing journey wouldn't have happened had it not been for many people who have actually raised their hands and extended support to me. And I like to believe that the more I get to do this, it will be my pleasure and gratitude. So, all the best to everybody presenting. Leverage this platform. If you're in the crowd today and not getting a chance to present or working on something else, I would strongly encourage taking the pathway of entrepreneurship, building something with your own sort of hands, putting it out in their world, even if it's content, right? My life changed because I put content out there, started my podcast, and it led to this series of serendipity. And had I not done that, I don't know what life would have been. So, all the best to everybody presenting today and otherwise. All the best to everybody who showed up. Please help everybody else, including myself. And thanks again for having me.
Thank you, Jivraj.
What's up,
Awesome.
Nitin?
Next,
How's it
I'd
going?
like to invite Shubhadi from Kalari Capital.
Great. Thank you, Sid, for inviting me. Hi, everyone. My name is Shubhadeep. I'm a venture partner at Kalari Capital. We are an early stage fund. We're a $200 million fund. We invest in pre-seed to Series A kind of stage from maybe $500,000 to $5 million. Um, I'm actually from IIT, but I'll still say when I started my first company 15 years back, we didn't have any support system, right? Everything was new. Capillary was the first company getting incubated in IIT Kharagpur back then, right? So the ecosystem was very, very new. But I built it for almost 2 years and I shut it down. But today the ecosystem matured quite a lot, right? There are so many work, exited, scaled up companies. Building is not alone anymore, right? And I think Mesa is creating a great platform for founders to have co-builders, ecosystem partners whom we can build together, right? Entrepreneurship should not be a lonely journey like it used to be before, right? So thanks to Mesa and the amazing work they're doing in creating an ecosystem like this. Kalari is a very early partner for you, for us. I think we want to work closely with all the companies that you're incubating out here. Irrespective of the outcome today, I've been a founder twice. I understand how painful and difficult this journey is. I think as Jivraj was saying, taking the first step is hard. Growing growing this company is even harder. So I think just make sure you make use of this opportunity to speak to as many people possible out here. There's so many angels out here were there to sort of support you. So please feel free to just go out there and talk. The more you speak, the more better you become in pitching to companies, right? So thanks again for creating opportunity and thanks for inviting me.
Thank you, Shubhadeep. Thank you. Awesome. I'd like to also thank Consumer Collective by Atrium. They were a venture building partner with us in this entire journey. They have guided our startups throughout the journey. They have evaluated our startups and also shown promise to further evaluate them once they make some progress. Just to add on to the points that I think the panel made today, uh, it also made me recollect my own journey as a founder. When I was in the market and I was trying to raise, and we were like three friends building together. We were all batchmates from IIT BHU. And I think the first domino effect for me in my founding journey came from an angel. I think that name angel in itself means that. And there's a reason they are called angel investors. You are called angel investors. And that's why we wanted to open this room today for you guys, because in my building journey, my first check came from angels, right? And the first check came from my alumni in US. Like he was a CTO in Silicon Valley. Now he's a CTO of Allo Health, Gaurav. And he gave us the first 10 lakh. And then that gave us the confidence to go out there, convince the founders of Dine Out, convince the founder of Fitso, and then an institutional round actually happened. So today, I'm hoping that that journey also starts for a few of our startups that are going to present to you today. We also have our event partner here, Pixel, and Rishabh is here. Rishabh, if you can share a few words, you have engaged with our startups multiple times, I think, in the past, and he has helped us a lot in getting the right angel investors in the room, and he actively angel invests himself. Mike, can we have a mic? Yeah.
thanks so much. And I'm not from IIT, neither I have raised money, nothing I have done. So, but everyone out here, I have a small story with, like Siddharth, small contributor in his past company, I was investor. Then thank you so much to all the people who came, Hari, Vikas, Abhay, Rohan, Sai, all these kind of people actually invited, they came over here. My journey, like I started with Mesa, I think in first cohort, the company called Fab Invest.
Yeah.
That company is doing around 200
Crore in AUM.
200 crore in AUM. So I mentored that company for around 8 weeks kind of a thing. So that was one of the thing. And all other company I never met in Mesa, but outside Mesa, like Mumbai Power Company, I met while playing pickleball. Evro I met while drinking, not a good place, but in a house party. So all these had an amazing journey. But personally, actually, what I've seen that colleges having a best incubation center always helps. I didn't had one, being a college student, a startup. And so everyone out here, make the maximum out of it. If you want to get in touch with angels all out here, they're amazing people, not only perspective of raising money for them, but also from the perspective of learning from them, because they are the ones who are gonna make your startup grow. And thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you, Rishabh. Thank you. Yeah, I think with that, we are all set to start the event. I hope all of you have logged in onto the platform. Is the platform working for you? So you can show live interest there. You can also go back to the startups that you have missed and then show interest there as well. We have kept it very simple as a show of intent so that in the mixer that we're doing afterwards, founders can find you, have a chat with you, and you can then potentially take it forward. I'll not take more time on stage. I think this is the time for our founders to shine. So with that, I'd like to give the stage to Shreya. Thank you, guys.
Hello. All right, everyone. I think we are ready to start, but before we do, I'll quickly be sharing the format and what you can expect for the remainder of today. So, in terms of what the schedule is looking like, from now till 5 to 6 p.m., all of the 14 teams, they will be pitching to you. Every team has 4 minutes to pitch, and there's going to be 6 minutes of Q&A. And there, of course, for the founders, you already know, but there is going to be a timer on the screen as well. And as soon as you hit that 4-minute mark, there is going to be a gentle reminder. Do try to stick with it because we have many teams who will be presenting today as well. And at the end of the pitching session that's happening right now, there is going to be a networking event that's going to happen for an hour or so, depending on when this event gets over as well. So for all the investors in the room, if you have any sort of questions for all the businesses that are pitching today, anything that you need to clarify, you can find them after the event as well. And quick note for the audience, I had mentioned a QR code, not sure if you had the time to scan. Anyways, for the investors, you have the QR code in your badges as well, so you can have a look. But for audiences, the QR code is right here, so you can scan as well. And of course, as and when, depending on how much you like the business idea, the pitch, feel free to score as well. And before we get started, I think the most exciting part, I'll quickly discuss about the prize money at hand. And today there's 4.5 lakhs of cash prizes, that each and every one of you can get if you do a good job. So for first prize, we have 2 lakhs up for grabs. For second prize, there's going to be 1.5 lakhs, and for the third prize, it's going to be 1 lakh. And of course, I've already mentioned about the fact that the best pitch does get a straight entry into Idea Bar Season 2 as well. All right, without further ado, I would like to call upon the first team. We have Miomi. Miomi is a fashion-first women's apparel brand with built-in bra support woven into everyday clothing, eliminating the need for bras, pasties, or layering altogether. So please, round of applause for Miomi to come on stage.
Thank you, Shreya. Okay, have you guys noticed that there are very few things that women agree on? We realized one of those topics is their hate for bras. I'm quickly going to ask the audiences. All of them have a placard with them, which one side says keep the bra and the other side says burn the bra. So if I can just have all of you just show whatever placard you would go for. And I think we can see clearly that all the women have chosen whatever. And again, we can agree that we also spoke to about 528 women and they agreed that they all truly hate wearing bras. And I think considering how much of a habit it is, and people are so used to wearing bras every day, but the best part about your day is still removing that bra at the end of the day. And that is what we we realize that we have a very large market that we're speaking to. And I think when we realized that brands like Uniqlo have entered the market with bra tops, they were the first in India to do it. After that, we saw a bunch of mass brands. And the second you have a brand like Westside enter a market, you know that the masses are already looking at it, right? So that really helps us with Bliss Club constantly running performance ads. That helps us with awareness and education. But there is still not any brand that is that we can say owns the bra top segment. And that's what we're here to do. With Miomi, we're talking to women that hate wearing bras and that just want all of their styles and all of their fashionable clothes with the option of a comfortable built-in support. We started working on this business, Miomi, in December. We realized we're sitting on a really strong problem statement. But we understood that manufacturers in India weren't really making this stop. So it took us some time. It took us about 3 months to crack a solid product. We had spoken to 100 women specifically about a Uniqlo top, which was good, but they had a bunch of problems with it. So we worked really hard to make sure that we have a top 10x better than a Uniqlo. All the problems that women had, we made sure we solved for it. In March, we did an MVP where we had, we hit revenue of 1 lakh in under a month. We sold out one of our SKUs in less than 24 hours. We also hosted a Women's Day event where we had like about 15, 20 women try on our tops, give us feedback, their first reactions. Also, I think did a bunch of content, so we had a lot of stuff to shoot. And we understood very quickly that this product is great. We've done what we had set out to. We took time and we did a good job with it. But now we understood that we need to now do more. There are tank tops in the market. What next? So we started working towards everyday fashion, which is something nobody is doing. Literally no one in the market is doing it. And we started working towards woven fabrics. Now, as soon as we entered the woven market, we realized that it is a different ballgame. We traveled to Surat to meet more vendors and worked again tirelessly to crack a new product because now the inbuilt support changes completely. So can you guys just also show our product? So we in July, we put 2 of these products, the black and the red, in production. We also cracked our next drop, which is going to be a cord set and the dress that I'm wearing today, which we'll be dropping in September. I think we realized very early that we want to bank on Independence Day and we will be launching on 15th of August, harping on freedom from bras. So our entire GTM is all around that we are talking about a breakup. Our theme is breakup for our launch, where we're saying that we're breaking up with bras. And I'm just going to show you like a small glimpse. Okay. So here we have a girl giving a typical breakup speech, and at the end we have like 4 episodes where you have girls in different situations. One is in couple therapy, one is talking to her boyfriend who she's cheated on with M, and we have different episodes, and at the end we reveal that it's actually Abrar or Ibrahim or Brian that she's breaking up with, which we reveal right at the end. So I think content is our main strategy. Most D2C brands today that need to own a segment, it is very clear they need to play on content. And that's what we're going to do. I have a small community of about 40K followers on Instagram. We plan to do a lot of pop-up events. Strategically, we know that the kind of places that get the right eyeballs. So we are going to be doing a lot of them. And I come with about 11 years of experience producing content. I have, I think, understood the consumer a lot through the years. I understand what they like, what they don't like. I understand how they consume content and how to deliver our messaging to them. I also have along with me my sister who is helping me completely with supply chain. She has been doing supply chain for about 8 years. And I think for the last couple of years, she's been handling brands like YSL, their supply chain entirely. We also have a super solid social media team with Deepthi and a bunch of interns that helps us produce all the crazy visions that we have. So today, my ask to you is that we want to raise 80 lakh safe note to reach 15 lakhs in MRR within 8 months. Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much for the pitch. It seems really good. Can you talk a little bit about the pricing of the product, the
Yeah,
margins?
sure.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. One second. I've just got it here, so I just want to show it to you. Yeah. So we've got our tank tops that we have at 1,500. We've got our smart casuals that we're selling at about 2,450. That's the pricing that we're focusing on right now. Our COGS currently, because we're dealing with for the smart casual, what you're holding right now, that is a category where we have a woven and a knits, which is inside. So right now we have our COGS at 11714 for that. And the idea is that as soon as we're able to scale with this kind of money, with my personal investment and the safe note, we plan to be able to reduce that and our COGS will become about 600. And this is something we've already spoken to like vendors about.
CAC currently is as of historical sales online or offline?
This is all for online. Yeah, focus first only online.
Yeah. Hi. Great content. I wanted to understand more around the the adoption, as in the problem statement is valid, and like you have these three different form factors. I mean, is this to be used as a replacement, or it serves the purpose of a bra plus?
It's a replacement entirely. I don't think I've worn a bra in the last year since I've been working on this product. I only wear my products. And with someone who is slightly heavier chested, I know the kind of support it provides for me that is extremely important. Also makes us look good, but also makes us feel like you're not wearing anything. The kind of pain that a bra has with the straps, with the with the hooks at the back, it is extremely painful, and that is something we have completely gotten rid of.
Sure, got it, got
Yeah.
it. So that takes me to like two other questions.
Yeah.
One is around the repeat rates. I mean, the ones like your early adopters, how often are they coming back to purchase maybe different colors and different products?
So right now we have we ran like a MVP of about 65. Within that we had like say about maybe 15 people who had bought multiple colors because they liked it a lot. But again, it was a small round that we had, but they have just been reaching out to us when you're launching on your next stuff. We keep sending them our sample pictures. We're like, this is what we're working on. They're like, oh, it looks mad. And the entire process where we were developing, we kept taking feedback from them. So most of them have tried it also. A lot of them, we've sent it to them just for trials and all of that and said कि sample है तो मतलब अच्छे से वापस भेज दो. But we've done all of that. We've kept in touch with these people. It's a very small lot of people, but we've kept in touch with them and we plan to just keep doing that, right? Keep in touch with the community and build with them.
Sure. Okay. And as a part of your roadmap, what does that look like? I mean, these are the three different kind of SKUs, but like what's next?
So this is the plan for the year. We plan right now, we started with the tank tops and these kind of tops like smart casuals. We also plan to be, if you've heard of the brand Nisho Rama, they're doing really, really well. it is a no-brainer. They have strappy kurtis. It's a no-brainer. We will just attach it. We've already started working on those product lines. Already got a bunch of vendors on that. And then we will be doing party wear at the end of the year, which again we've started working on with a different vendor, with a different manufacturer. And at the end of the year, we're looking to do padded night suits, which is a different segment in itself. So that's the plan.
Sure, got it. Just one clarification. So the end vision is to just replace the entire wardrobe with
Yeah, only
different kind of
Naomi.
photos?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Are you thinking any other channel beyond socials?
I think our main entire strategy is going to be mainly focused via Instagram, where we will be doing reach outs, building community, but we will have a lot of live, like offline events for the community, reaching out to them still on Instagram. But we will be hosting offline events, also tying up with a lot of these, a lot of these big, like Little Flea, All You Can. These are Soho House. They do a bunch of events, and we know that that's where you get eyeballs, which might be fresh eyeballs for us.
Who takes care of the supply side within your team?
Right now, it is my sister who's taking care of it. But again, I am involved, I think, right now in absolutely everything end to end, but also with her support, setting systems and stuff in place.
Got it. With 80 lakhs, are you planning to launch all these new product lines or scale?
Yes. Yes. So the plan is that we scale slightly faster because I have different vendors so they can work simultaneously. It's just a lot of cash flow that's kind of stuck there. So it's just all of that will be used there.
Sure. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Am I audible? I am. Okay, cool. Awesome. I can already see that 7 of you investors in the room have already shown interest in Meomi on the next platform. So if any of you have, are interested in speaking to, this business later on as well, ensure to show your interest on the platform as well, which I'm sure you have access to already. All right, next up, we have Fin Wellness. Fin is India's first cellular nutrition brand, bioavailable superfoods designed to actually reach your cells and slow biological aging. And without further ado, I'd like to invite Fin on stage.
Hi, hello. Hi. So imagine you just had a baby, and within the first month of having the baby, the doctors are like, the chances of survival are very bleak. All because the baby cannot make any use of the breast milk that's being fed to it by the mother. I was that baby. So I am Shrey, I am the founder of Fin Wellness, and the reason I started this brand was that health has always been a very complicated topic for me while growing up. So many supplements, so many hospital visits, and every single time the answers was try this, try that, vitamins, multivitamins. Never really worked for me, and I didn't understand why. So when I started researching a little more on this, I realized that it's not just me, but an entire nation that's spending 74,000 crore rupees on nutraceuticals. Ask any one of them if they feel a noticeable change on taking a multivitamin, they'll say no. This is not their fault, but it's actually the fault of their genetics. There are many genetic variants such as MTHFR, BCM1. They do not allow plant-based nutrition to be processed into your body. And because of that, we take more supplements, we take higher dosages, we overwhelm our entire gut barrier. So to solve for this, we reached out to the world's first organism, algae, the superfood spirulina. It's known to be the world's most powerful superfood, not just by me, but NASA says it, WHO says it, and even has written multiple articles around it. UN calls it the world's most powerful superfood. This is so because it is the most bioavailable as well, which means that it does not require any breakdown into your body. Directly gets absorbed into your gut, into your cells, and allows for better cellular performance. It is the only superfood on the planet that solves for every single bodily function. Your energy, skin, hormones, sexual health, hair, eyes, talk about it, spirulina's bioactives can do it. So we thought, let's bring this to India. How do we position it over here? So we saw that the entire nutraceutical market right now is trying to improve or let's say modify ingredients so that they can get better absorbed into your body. We said, flip the question. How about you make your body good enough for it to absorb anything that you actually ever give it? That's what this superfood does. We saw that, okay, globally, it's been used in such beautiful formats and it's only been known for its color, not for its nutritional benefits. So we thought, how about we bring it to India in the right manner? We paired it with India's most loved beverage, coconut water. And we built our first product, that is Fin Hydra. We got lovely, lovely reviews on this of people telling us that within 10 to 30 days, they start seeing a noticeable change in energy levels, in their skin, acne going down, their pigmentation going down. This replaced their afternoon black coffee. And replacing caffeine is something that was a massive compliment for my product. So this pilot, along with that, also taught us that in 45 days, we started seeing a 57% repeat rate just in 1.5 months. Beyond that, we also saw, most importantly, and by the way, that repeat rate is now 61%. We also saw that 96% of people who have it daily, they are the ones who notice, a massive, massive difference in their body. So we realized it's very important for us to keep this as part of someone's daily ritual. That's why our vertical line of products will be around ritual formation of this product. Every single thing that someone consumes on a daily basis, Blue Spirulina will be part of that. At the same time, we will also expand it into a horizontal line of products to ensure every bodily function is solved for, and we create a product category of spirulina-based products. We have also done some really cool B2B collaborations recently. Within the next 30 days, Provilac will have launched the high-protein spirulina 25-gram protein milk. And go to any random, let's say, matcha bar over here, 3 out of 5 times, the chances are they'll be using our blue spirulina. So that's something that we have done in Bangalore, and we are expanding in Delhi, Mumbai, and so on as well. Alien Kind, a very popular place over here, uses the blue spirulina. What's more important is many times I've been asked this question, why now? We are looking at the biggest revolution in wellness industry. We are seeing left, right, and center. There are acquisitions happening. Companies are spending money on this. VCs are putting in money because the thesis exists. The consumer needs it, and we are giving it them. We are giving that to them. We have seen how superfoods, longevity, anti-aging. These are buzzwords right now moving forward, and even spirulina itself in India is growing at a 21.8% CAGR. So finally, this vision that I have is being fulfilled by a team that is having such potential strategically, and at the same time, we have an amazing execution layer as well that is able to build this team into something which will be a reality. And finally, if I talk about myself, I've had 4 years of work experience, but more than that, what matters is I needed this product to exist. I was the one who thought that health will have a compromise, and I don't want anyone else to ever feel like health should be a compromise. So we are now raising a 1 CR round, out of which 95 lakhs have already been raised, and we have kept a 5 lakh window open. In fact, we have also got a 40 lakhs convertible note for the seed round, and we have kept intentionally 5 lakh open for people in this room to come in and help us feel the synergy. Thank you.
Hi. So yeah,
Hi.
great, awesome color. My question is around if we have any validation data,
Yes.
as in these products actually have some beneficial effects
Yes.
on our body.
Yeah, so we have been resorting to an entire repository of more than 100 research papers that have been done on algae, on spirulina, or each of its bioactives. You've heard of chlorella very popularly. You've heard of GLP-1, biggest name. All of these are bioactives that naturally come out of spirulina. So individually, they have more than 100 bioactives that can solve for each bodily function. And the blue one that we are currently using, that's been currently researched to solve for delaying the onset of cancer that's moving forward. I have an entire repository of these research papers that I can share.
Sure. Okay. And I mean, are you thinking of like some other colors also, or what is the rationale behind like blue color?
So blue, of course, was exciting. Whenever you think of, let's say, building into a market that is for the modern consumer who is not thinking of Ayurveda for better living, but thinking for superfoods for longevity. This kind of consumer in today is getting really excited by, packaging, by colors, by look and feel of the product. And while the product does what it's supposed to do, marketing it becomes a lot more difficult if it's not exciting to look at and to consume. That's the reason why we went with this bioactive, which was blue in color, because when you think of green, you might think of, greens or matcha. When you think of red, you will think of strawberry. When you think of blue, nothing really pops in your mind. This color is very unique, and that's what becomes a selling point many a times.
Sure. Okay.
Firstly, awesome. Great taste, great pitch, and seems like you're doing a lot of the right things. A couple of quick questions.
Yes.
Again, one, I'd love to hear pricing and margins on the product. Second, this does not communicate a direct objective yet, right? Like this is a multivitamin equivalent is what I'm gathering. Or at least the packaging talks about hydration.
Cellular
but is
hydration.
that So how do you think of objective-based outcomes, and like
Yes.
how will you go about product lines? And from a supply chain lens, you mentioned that NPD has other form factors.
Yes.
Is that going to be the objective, or is powders a supply chain that you can optimize for and enter different objectives? Because it feels like there's too much happening with different form factors as well as different objectives coming along.
Understood.
So comments
So
on all
we
of
are
the three.
we are a single ingredient based brand, and the reason why we chose that was because recently I had visited this one event done by Fireside and Amazon, and they very strongly spoke about how the entire consumer market is moving towards ingredient first. People for searches for, let's say, sleep supplements are reducing, searches for magnesium supplements are going up, and that's a very strong switch that's happened. So ingredient is going to be the main selling point. And coming to your very first question regarding the pricing, so this is priced at 1200 rupees for one box, which is a trial entry level pack,
Which is
and
10 sachet.
10 sachet, and the monthly pack is at 3000, so you'll get 100 rupees per sachet. And our gross margins are such where we are doing around 60 to 65% gross margins right now. And regarding NPD that you asked, this particular product is right now solving for cellular health using a hydration format. So it's helping you. It's not like a typical athletic hydration. This is more for hydration for beauty, because it primarily helps with your glow in skin, helps your acne reduction, and every cellular benefit that you get. The funny thing was, this product helped in multiple ways than I anticipated, because the superfood works at such a place where it directly counters the deficiencies in your body. Some people will get better sleep because of it. Some people will get, their gut will feel lighter because of it. Their skin gets better, energy gets up, different outcomes. But what's most common that we have seen is skin and energy, and that's why we have stuck to cellular hydration on this. Moving forward, when we expand into other bioactives, the very next product that we are planning on launching in the next 3 to 6 months is going to be a women's hormone health product made with spirulina, made with berberine, and with iron. Because spirulina has proven to be in this market and help really well with hormone balance. And that entire PMS stage of 5 days before your period start and the 5 days after that, that's something that this can help with, where mood swings can get lowered, you feel more stable, energy levels are high, iron levels remain sufficient, and overall your periods go by much more smoothly. This is a proven product in the US that we are trying to replicate over here.
What's your latest traction?
So we have been doing 1 lakh a month revenue, and that's been stable for the last 3 months because we have not started doing paid ads at all. We have been doing only organic. We are using content, Instagram. Our repeat rates are so high that even word of mouth helps us a lot with that. And yeah, we are at roughly 1 lakh a month with 61% repeat rate. But again, the moment this funding closes, which is by the end of this month, we will start growing, expanding, and then the goal is that within the next, let's say, 9 to 12 months, we do a seed round and then Series A, while growing to a 30 lakhs MRR, 40 lakhs MRR.
What's the reasoning in pricing it so high?
Blue spirulina is very rare as an ingredient itself. Spirulina in general is algae, very commonly available. But the process to finding out that bioactive, turning it into something, it's only 8% of the final compound. So 92% goes into waste. And there are only 4 or 5 manufacturers in India who are building this. I've partnered with India as one of the largest exporters for this product. And I've been able to do that. But at the same time, it comes at the cost where, like example, algae powder would cost you around 1,000 to 1,500 rupees a kg. This costs you 24,000 rupees a kg. That's the difference. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Quick reminder to our investors: if you are interested in this very business that Shrey just presented in Fin, then do ensure that you log on to the platform and you show your interest as well. There are already about 10 investors who have shown interest. It's fine if you don't have all the answers that you need, but you can find Shrey later as well to get all your questions answered as well. Now, next up, we have.
Hi guys, I'm Ashutosh. Before anything else about me, I'm 19 years old. Just 40 days ago, I set my last company. It's called Job Hunt with AI. We built AI agents with job hunting for people. We did 100K in ARR in just 6 months. We are one of the fastest startups in MSL right now. And there were 3 primary reasons why we shut that startup down. First, we realized that people who are smart or again have good amount of domain knowledge in their field would never pay for job hunting as a service. It's just like an attractive girl paying for institute. She would never. Second, smart. Should people or people who are again so in the field or again are not that smart, they will pay for the service. But again, you can't get such people good jobs. Third, if you want to get such people good jobs, you have to sell a course, man. And then selling course on Meta Ad Manager is very hard right now because people are too expensive. When I was 15, I did social check. Social check is a social media verification company where we did social media verification for business across US and UAE. Spent about $20,000 over there when I was 15 years old. That was my first breakthrough in entrepreneurship. My co-founder, he's Suraj, he's 21 years old. He was the lead engineer at Induced AI, this fan-mounted batch startup. He built India's first agent built-in search browser and multiple different workflows and tools for the company back when it wasn't a thing. Right now, the CPO at Extraordinaries. Extraordinaries is an SF-based startup which brings talent from across the globe to San Francisco. It has compliance, legal, everything for them. Alright, another interesting part. So these two over here, these two are the best open weight models right now. GLM 5.2 and EE83. One is an open level model and one is a favorite level one. What is open weight? Right now, if I want Cloud Code with Opus 4.8, I tell it, listen, this is a website, apple.com. This is my website. I want to pen test this and potentially hack this or whatever. The model will say, no, I won't help you do that. I have cybersecurity guardrails. And recently, Boris from Cloud came on YC and said how Claude Opus 5 is not prompt checkable anymore. That means the model can't be jailbroken. But GLM 5.2 is an Opus level model which I can run on my own infra. I can inference. I can run on weights and make the model uncensored. That means if I ask the model that, hey, I want to pen test this website, it will tell me exactly what to do with the Opus level knowledge. Similarly, this can be used by people with bad intentions or people, for example, are not on the examination, but people from Russia who are actively hacking and people who were hacking before will use these systems to potentially pen test and hack even more further and at a very big scale. We have people who are lead engineers at Meta who are putting their jobs to work on a similar things around here. We have Joshua over here who suggested that. Over here we have Nikesh, who runs the world's biggest cybersecurity company, Palo Alto Networks. He mentioned this 40 days before the launch of JLF 5.2, saying in the next 6 months we will have an open model which will do all of this. And in just 40 days the model came out and has already started doing a lot of damage. Now, how many of you over here know about Hugging Face? Alright, that's very nice. So Hugging Face is the GitHub for LLMs. Over here, what happens is people come, even Moonshot and PB, they put their models officially on Hugging Face. These people, they recently went through an attack. In that attack, someone used an open weight model with a swarm of agents to attack them. For example, right now Hugging Face has a very big chunk of their business in inference. Inference basically means that they run the model on their GPUs and they give you an API basis to use it. Again, because Hugging Face had access to their inference, they first tried using Opus 4.8 to tackle the situation. Opus 4.8 couldn't relate and couldn't understand that who is the attacker and who is the one being attacked, and it refused doing any security for them. But again, they had GLM 5.2, they inferenced the model, and they ran a swarm of agents in counter swarm to defend themselves. This was appreciated online, and everyone loved this, because this is the new way of cybersecurity, and this was like a new benchmark for all companies to learn from. Again, now imagine if it was not Hugging Face, if it was Netflix, for example. They have a 20-member team doing cybersecurity. 20 people versus 1,000 agents. It would take them weeks just to understand what is wrong and what is going on, because these attacks are such good. Then we thought, okay, this is all theory, what have we done around this? So we took the best open source agents and the best open weight models and paired them up. And then we ran pen tests, and I was legit scared. I found 80% of our pen tests have critical vulnerabilities. 30% of our pen tests we found database access to. Here are a few companies which we have actively pen tested and we have found critical vulnerabilities in. There are airlines, there are prenup companies, there are death will companies. Instantly is a company which has 150 million in ARR. Just through this, we got $40,000 in pipeline and $5,000 in escrow paid to us for our product. Our product is basically an AI red teammate, which will be on your code base and your infra the entire time. Whenever there's a new commit, a new PR raise, it will review it, actively pen test your code, and give you suggestions upon it. Again, this is a business of fear, to sell fear over here. 4 major markets for us would be legal tech, insurance, banking, and healthcare. Banking, insurance, and healthcare are compliance heavy and approvals heavy, hard to break through. Legal tech is something which we're actively working with in Hello Prenup and Death Will companies. So these are the companies which we will go for next. And there's one takeaway which you guys should have from today is that open weight will be the new standard for cybersecurity, not just because of the guardrails, but because of the privacy and the amount of customization we can do. And we want to be a company which is very, very relevant in this new world of cybersecurity. That's my email ID. That's my phone number. We're raising a small round of 125K. We have a few clients who are ready to invest and a few angels. Would love to have you guys on as well. Thank you.
Great. What does your competitor landscape look like? Like, who are your direct competitors? Who are your indirect competitors? Whom do you see as a threat?
Perfect. So right now, our competitors are first inference companies. Companies who are doing inference themselves. Hugging Face. जितने भी open routers, जितने भी inference companies हैं, because they are the best people. See, it's about token optimization. जिसका ज़्यादा tokens है वो जीतेगा इसके अंदर अभी. क्योंकि and these people they have crazy inference systems and again a lot of money. So first these people are, according to me, the new cybersecurity companies will be inference companies. So this is one thing. So you can take OpenRouter, Together AI, and these companies as our competitor landscape right now. But again, companies are structurally built wrong. I mean, like a normal, right now, cybersecurity is majorly into red teaming, third-party vendor mitigation. ये सब normal scripts है, bots है जो run कर रहे हैं, they are just tail. Like companies are structurally built wrong. Like why can't a Christ be a Mesa? It's structurally built wrong.
Okay. And like, what does your business model and go-to-market strategy look like? I think there was some traction. So
Yes,
how are you
I'll
able to
just
get that?
go back to that. So ideal situation would be where we charge $20,000 upfront as a setup fee, and then $5,000 per month as a maintenance fee. Our ICP is anyone who is any legal tech company who makes 15 million in ARR or more.
Okay.
And for GTM right now, so until now what we were doing was that we were pen testing websites, finding vulnerabilities, reporting them, but that's kind of illegal. So right now we have taken a second way where we're getting employees of the company to get approvals, and then we're doing pen tests.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the team?
Pardon?
Can you tell me a little bit more about the team?
Team, sure. So I think you know about me until now. My co-founder, he was the lead engineer at Induced AI, Sam Altman-Bad. He built India's first tool calling agent browser. He built multiple workflows across the company back in 2022, 2023. And then after that, right now, he's the CTO at Extraordinary. They work in bringing the best talent across globe to San Francisco. He's quitting the job. He makes bank. He's quitting the job to work with us. And then I have my previous growth managers from my old job Hunter AI company, which are joining me again, because we just love like working together.
What were you doing before Job Hunter?
Pardon?
What were you doing before Job Hunter?
Sure. So when I was 15 years old, I was running a social media verifications business where I was doing, so अभी blue tick आता है $10 का. पहले it was called legacy. इसके बाद अगर blue tick है तो बोलते थे कि क्या बंदा है ये, है ना? So we used to get blue tick to people who are crypto millionaires, NFT millionaires on Discord. हम बेचते थे एक verification $5,000 में. I made about $25,000 when I was 15. That was my first breakthrough. Then in 11th and 12th grade, I ran a company called Gigflow, where we did early shit hiring for early shit startups. There I got inspiration for Job Hunter. Then I built Job Hunter. And now I find myself an opportunist. I would jump wherever the money is. So yeah.
When you were talking about the inference companies, during the production process itself, do they detect vulnerabilities already? And if at all, is your product better and thus GTM more verticalized? Or
Sure.
Can you talk about the differentiation even further?
Sure. So right now, the best, okay, see, एक simple logic बताऊंगा. I'm sure you know, I'll just remind you. Agent अलग होता है, model अलग होता है. Right now, the best ever coding agent is Claude Code. It is not the model, it is the agent. The best ever pen testing agent is PentAGI right now. And Strix. We use PentAGI and Strix. We train them on multiple malicious scripts from the deep web, from the dark web, and we've built our own agent. See, again, every agent with /goal feature will achieve this sooner or later. But our agent, जो था पहले 2.5 घंटा एक database खोलने में, it takes 25 minutes for us now, and way less tokens. Because if we're a small company, we have to optimize for tokens. Tokens is like our money right now. So yeah.
How are you thinking about GTM for getting your first few customers?
I mean, we already have, so I already have 2 people who've paid me $5,000 in escrow. Money's in escrow right now. One is a betting prediction seller. One is a mobile instance provider. Every single GTM part, again, this is the business of fear. I am first finding vulnerabilities, reporting it to them, and then saying, listen, open weight is coming for you. You're a company who's a legal tech company. You have client data. If that is exposed, you will end up in jail or you'll pay a bonker fine for it. Rather, just pay me $20,000 $5,000 a month and sleep peacefully.
Sure, thanks.
All right, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Next up, we have Spriggle. Spriggle's NutriFuel has 9 grams of high-quality protein, 1.8 grams of sugar, which is 80% less than competitors. Built for Indian kids' deficiencies, not overseas formulae, entering an 11,000 crore trust-efficient market. Now, without further ado, please welcome them on stage.
All right, so this is a normal glass of milk. And you'll be thinking, ये तो आप पी लोगे ना, बच्चे नहीं रहे. But what if I add 15-20 grams of sugar? Will you? You won't. Then why do we give this same thing to our kids every day? Let's come to a fact. 10 crore Indians have been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And it all starts in the childhood. Meet an average 8-year-old kid. He eats everything that has been marketed to him by his parents being healthy. But still, he ends up consuming 2.4 times his ideal sugar limit. And you know what happens when the same loop continues itself for 2 or 3 decades? The same kid has hypertension, diabetes, fatty liver, and the list goes on and on. To be very honest, this could have been prevented in his childhood, but it couldn't. Parents have started realizing it and are asking questions to the brand. And before making any single decision, we asked and called parents. We had a call with 200 plus parents, wherein we understood their problems, their day-to-day needs, and the requirements they want. 90% of them said yes to a product like Spriggle. And not just parents, we also contacted 25 plus leading pediatricians and nutritionists all over India. We got feedback, validation, and understood what India actually needs. And that's why introducing Spriggle. Spriggle is a clean label, clinically honest, high protein supplement made for Indian kids, for Indian deficiencies, so that parents have no worry ever.
Okay, so difference kya hai? When you look at all these brands up here, most of them either you have grown up consuming Horlicks, Bonvita, Complan, or the new age ones are the ones your kids are consuming right now. All of them have like 35 to 55% of total sugar per serving. And remember, total sugar, not zero added or no added sugar. Whereas Spriggle operates at around 6% total sugar, that is 1.8 grams of total sugar per serving. And we're not just charging you 100 rupees per scoop because we have the lowest total sugar in the category. While formulating the product, after interviewing parents and after speaking to nutritionists, we realized that there are several more nutritional deficiencies that Indian kids have. Let's say omega-3, vitamin B12, other nutritional profiles like lutein and choline. That's where we formulated our product as a complete nutritional package. Speaking of the market is at 11,000 crore revenue right now. And the premium segment sits at around 2,000 crores, while we are looking to capture about 100 to 120 CR by year 5. How do we do that? Our first product is a 7+ NutriFuel in chocolate flavor. Post our pilot batch, we are looking to launch this NutriFuel across age groups, across flavors, and post that, we'll be making specific nutritional sachets that cater to nutritional needs of Indian kids' deficiencies, ready-to-go protein shakes, and eventually by year 5, we want to become the full kids ecosystem that parents can trust. Speaking of our unit economics right now we are at a 48% gross, but immediately with second batch, once we reach a 1 ton of order, we'll easily reach 63 to 65% gross on this product. Coming to our journey, it took us roughly 7+ months of trial and error because getting the taste right with this low total sugar was really difficult. And when we got the taste right, we blind tasted it with 25+ kids. We used 3 leading brands, same flavor chocolate, and 80% preferred ours. We started our waitlist roughly 1 month ago, and we already have 3,600+ parents on our waitlist. Speaking of our ask, today we are raising 70 lakhs on a convertible note basis. Along with our 30 lakhs of our own investment, this will help us in reaching 25 to 30 lakhs of MRR by month 6 to 8. Speaking of the team, I'm Aman Agarwal. I've had the experience of managing a PVC flooring unit for 2 years, and I'll be looking into the business and the finance side of Spriggle.
I'm Nihal, and I've been a chef at India's leading restaurants, and also I've worked in Mauritius as well. I've managed a hospital for a year and a half, and I understand how to make a product nutritious and tasty at the same time. So join us in building Spriggle.
Awesome. Thanks for the pitch. Great space. Why did you both decide to start in this space, though? What is the why?
So as you might have seen in the picture, that was my nephew. 2 years back, I became a mama and I started looking at all the milk mixes. My sister was home for a vacation, and that's when I realized that there's a major difference the milk mixes and the milk formula sold in India versus Europe. And then suddenly I realized that post-COVID, we adults are optimizing for our protein needs. We are wearing Whoop, we are doing everything. What about the kids? Are they still drinking those sugar-loaded Horlicks Bonvita? So that's when I dived into the space and I truly wanted products that even my sister, or for that matter, any other mother out there can give to their kid without hesitating or without second guessing the brands out there.
And the same thing, while I was working in the hospital, I realized that the diseases that were happening to our parents, our grandparents at 60, 70 is occurring in kids at young age of 16, 17. And India is facing a very new disease called young diabetes. Indian kids are getting diabetic day by day, and precocious puberty and 10 more things have been occurring as young as 7, 6 of age. So that's why to prevent that, we both are building this.
So, I mean, currently the business is not up and running, right? So,
No.
like, when do you guys go live?
We are expecting in 2 to 3 weeks. So the last time we spoke was that you might have recently seen that FSI has been very stricter with issuing new brands licenses and existing ones as well. So previously, if there were 10 steps, right now it's 12 and 13. So we are in that loop with them, but it should be anywhere in 1 week. The minute we have our license, we are ready to launch in another week. So 2 weeks from whenever we get our license.
Got it. And like, what is the distribution of roles and responsibilities between the both of you? Like, who takes care of what?
Right now, I'm taking care of the business side, that is managing our contract manufacturer, managing our logistics when we start with the operations, and Nihal will be looking after the taste, the nutrition profile, and the product side of it.
So in this, like, who's going to take care of the branding and marketing?
So branding and marketing I'll be taking care of. So basically marketing, branding, and the nutrition and taste. So these four will be my pillars, and same, distribution, logistics will be Aman's.
Okay. And like, there was one slide where it said 70 lakhs is what you're looking to raise, but there was an option, 3 to 4 crores if it is a prize round.
Yes,
So if
it's
you can
a
just clarify.
convertible note that we'll be eventually converting to equity once we raise for the raise our next round. Once we reach 25 to 30 lakhs of MRR, we are looking at raising 3-4 crores to expand into the categories we mentioned.
Sure. Okay. Thanks.
What's the price point you're planning to launch?
So the price is around 1,500 rupees for a serving size of 15 days. It'll be 100 rupees per serving. And we are planning to reduce it as we get more margins and bigger batch will be introduced.
1,500 for 15.
15
days of serving.
So 100 rupees per serving.
How is this priced competitively? How much is Whole Truth? How much is Gritso? How much is Little Joys?
Whole Truth, okay. Whole Truth is priced anywhere around 80 rupees per serving, and that's the most premium one out there. There is a couple of more, like Rauki. It's being priced around 98 to 97 rupees. We are still on the pricey side, but we also give more value than any other brand out there in India is giving right now. Because we wanted to build a product that a parent can actually give and be like worry free. कि हाँ, मैंने protein दे दिया है, and उसके साथ मैंने omega, calcium, lutein, choline सब दे के रखा है.
So one of our code is also that most brands you see out there are stacking up products. They are saying you need to buy like 5,000 kids nutrition ka stack, but it's not like that. Every kid has his own needs. So we have like looked at all the deficiencies Indian kids have and provided it in quantities that complements their diet.
How are you guys planning from GTM perspective?
So for GTM, we have 4 different pillars. First would be our D2C website, like with the organic reach we have. Secondly, we are also partnering up with First Club so that we have a very hyper-local approach for Bangalore initially. And third, we have a doctor route. So we are going to get MR on board, 1 or 2 MRs just for Bangalore region. And fourth will be anywhere around, so we are also partnering up with sports academies, like the premium ones in Bangalore. We went there, we had a chat with 10 of them, so we are looking for a commission basis partnership with these premium academies in Bangalore itself. So these are the 4 routes we are initially vouching our, like the branding for a couple of 3-4 months.
You said you're 45-48% GM, right?
Yes.
If quick commerce and aggregator margins are 30-35, how will you build a business which is quicker?
The 48 is right now because of 2 things. One, the scale. So in this batches, like usually we got like 1 to 1.5 tons of, we got it down to 350 kgs. The minute we go to 1 ton, we have a 10 to 15% margin there. Second, a very big issue right now is whey protein isolate. That's one of our components and the prices are going through the roof. We have other options, but right now the blend we have is a very good blend with a mix of slow digesting protein and fast digesting protein. That is MPI plus WI. So if WPI, so if the prices go too high, then we are looking at other blends. But right now, with just scale, we'll get the margins, the 10-15% we are expecting through packaging as well and through the product for sure.
But we can safely reach around 65 to 70% easily.
This current 48% is post taxes? Pre?
Yes, it's post taxes, like the GST is
after
counted.
COGS and taxes.
Yeah. Okay,
that's it.
Okay, thank
Alright,
you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, okay. Next up, we have Sensei. Sensei connects students and job seekers directly with verified hiring managers at their target companies, sending personalized outreach on their behalf so the right resume reaches the right decision maker. I'd like to welcome Jeremy and Pranav on stage.
Every great story starts with finding the right people. We don't really think about it. It kind of just happens to us. But there are 8.1 billion of them, and you'll need an average of 10,000 in your whole life. So, how do you really make it count? Well, here's the thing. Everyone's already telling you. Someone just raised a round, someone's hiring 3 salespeople, someone posted that they're stuck on the exact thing you solve. Every one of those is a signal, a person, at the exact moment they need you. They're everywhere, millions a day across 8.1 billion people. You've just never been able to read them. Not at that scale, not in one lifetime. So we built Sensei. Wake up, Daddy Sean. It reads the signals and brings you the right people. Because you're meant to spend your life on the people who truly matter. You're meant to be happy. Stu Dojo.
That's life. That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May.
Yep. Hey everyone, I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Pranav.
And we're building Sensei. So let's quickly start with a story. Let's meet Abhiram. Abhiram is my close friend. He's 24 years old and he's a really cracked GTM guy.
Now, Abhiram, like everyone else, also wants to meet the right people. In his use case, that's to land him a job. Because he knows in 2026, job boards are dead. So he has 3 main requirements.
Number 1, he wants to work in a Bangalore-based startup.
It has to be directly with founders and an AI SaaS. And the big ask, he wants 35 lakhs per annum.
So Abhiram, being the averagely smart guy, goes to any database platform, uses LinkedIn and ChatGPT to figure out filters. He puts a bunch of filters and voila, he gets 2 people. The first one is Devansh Ghatak, who is building Simply Smart, probably a nice company to work in, fits all the filters. And the second really questionable one is Pranav Hegde.
Well, I too run an AI company based in Bangalore, and I too have less than 50 employees. Apollo seems to say me and Devansh are the exact same people. But let's take a step back, and if we ask Sensei, Sensei would tell us that only one of these 2 is in talks to raise a $20 million round at a $100 million valuation from NVIDIA, while the other, to put it politely, is
extremely broke.
But that's besides the point. The point is that every outreach team out there and individual out there are using these very same static, filter-based lead searches across hundreds and thousands of leads every single day. But what if?
You had a Sensei that would go across the internet into news, social media, posts, job boards, every sort of data out there, and try to make sense of all the noise to give you a signal so you can meet someone that matters to you?
We package this in 2 ways, one for our B2C as well as our B2B audience. For our B2C platform, any job seeker today can get onto the platform, explain exactly the right kind of companies they're looking for and the roles they're looking for. Sensei understands them, goes out there, finds all the right signals, and gets you the right people to connect with and completely automates outreach on behalf of you.
Coming to B2B, we have 3 main ICPs we looked at. First is TPOs in India. TPOs in India have been growing at a 30% rate right now, every single year, simply because colleges right now are failing to produce job-ready candidates. So people are going to get skilled to other institutions, and these institutions are now overwhelmed. They have about 1,000 to 10,000 students every single month to place, which means they have these large teams who are sitting every single day making calls to HR saying, please hire, please hire. And at the same time, they're spending 1,400 crores every single year just on leads.
The second ICP we target are new age MBAs and upskilling colleges, be it Mesa, Masters Union, Scalar, any other such organization, because they are moving to a one-on-one sourcing model where they're sourcing jobs and openings for every single candidate of theirs, making it a really high volume task, and they're also spending heavily on placement and lead intelligence net on net. And finally, the last is traditional colleges. This is any team that is running a placement department within their organization and wants to increase their corporate relations and placement outcomes for their students.
Let's see it in action. So Sensei directly comes, you can upload like a chat of what you're looking for a cohort or for a single person. It goes, it looks for the signal, creates this table for you that, tells you what are the most freshest jobs, etc. You then click directly, you can enrich, find the right person, their phone number, email ID, anything you need, the right angle to reach out to them based on the signal. And companies are using this, or TPOs are using this on scale right now, where instead of having a 100-member sourcing team sitting for thousands of hours to find this data, they're getting it in minutes directly from us, while also getting their contacts directly from us.
We started this back in March, building an AI agent to help people get hired. We got reply rates as high as 22% and an average of 8 to 12% on cold email. It worked. We placed over 350 plus students, got replies from companies like Google, Stripe, Goldman Sachs. All of this powered by our content of 4.5 million to 5 million per month. And along with that, we also generated 2 lakhs in revenue in the past 4 months alone. Then we decided, why not do this for placement universities? In the past 3 weeks, we created a waitlist of placement institutes, created a 65 plus waitlist of placement institutes. Now 25 of them are on board on a pay-as-you-go model with a ticket size of average 1.5 lakhs per month per institute.
So we spent a lot of time building signals capture, and the first market, or a wedge market, we thought was placements. But we see this across different use cases, like contract services firms and how they source clients, partnerships, and even down the line sales. We're looking to raise 2.5 crores at a 15% equity stake because every single team out there needs a Sensei today.
Thank you.
Great video, great pitch. I was curious to learn more about your tech architecture. Like, what is it that makes your solution superior to the others that are there?
So just to give you some context on the tech, right? Today, you're probably querying a static database with filters and getting responses through Apollo or Lucia. What we do instead is we first find you the signals. How we do this is, let's assume now you're looking to place 10 software engineers in your, from your institute, right? What Sensei will do is go find find job postings of every single, across 45 plus different job sites, find you which companies are actively hiring, for what roles, what tech stack, everything, align that to your exact students and whether they fit that match, then get you the actual HR in that company leading that hire, and then also give you their phone number and email. If you're a BD team, you can directly reach out to them.
More importantly, the most important thing in this space is reaching to the HR first before 100 applicants already come. So since we're capturing it live, almost like how we're capturing the signals live for our audience or for our customer, they're able to be the first movers on the posting or on the signal itself.
So, I mean, just in terms of the data, like if I were to divide the data into 2 parts, right? One is whatever is available.
Yes.
And the other is the, the data which you can get only after the HR has shared, or, the other data. So, I mean, the first part is publicly available to everybody. Yes. It's just the second part which needs to come in, and that is the additional.
No, so actually, 80% of the web is right now open, but the 20% that's closed is where the magic lies in. And even if you try getting it through any other source, because we have a very good headless browser infrastructure able to go and capture these signals from like gated websites, we're able to capture those better than any other scraper is able to. So we have a better coverage as well.
Okay, and like who heads business, who heads tech, or both of you?
I look at mostly business and Prana looks
I look at tech mainly.
But like, are you both technical or?
To a great extent, both of us are technical. Both of us are also business focused in general. But I mainly manage the product. Jeremy manages the business side.
Okay, thanks.
What are the guys' background?
I'm 19. I'm a college dropout. I dropped out to do this full time.
Yeah, so I started building when I was 15, tried a bunch of stuff, especially in tech, built something, got funded. My dad took over the business right now, so I came to Mesa to kind of build. I've been working with a few tech startups. When ChatGPT 3 came out, I was working in an AI startup out of SF, so I led GTM for them. So I had some experience, came to Mesa, decided it's time to build.
And I started my journey 2 years ago. My very first project was with Microsoft, building AI agents for Microsoft's product recommendation system, and then have worked across different fields, building AI-based workflows and systems across different use cases.
Got it. Super inspiring, guys. Why are you going college first?
Sorry?
Why are you going TPO first?
So TPO is a very big market in India that no one's looking at right now, and it's growing at a larger pace.
Fair. The volume is too high. The noise is too high on that side.
Sorry?
The noise will be too high on that side, right? The people will not have the work experience at early stage.
No, so actually they pay a large, so TPOs actually there are two interesting things. They all work on a PAP or an ISA model, which is like a pay after place or income sharing agreement. So for them, placement is actually a revenue function.
We can actually take you through, I think, case studies. If you move to the next slide, previous slides, please. This is a simple example. This is a company right here in Bangalore. They are a TPO as well. They are one of our pilots right now. They make 6 to 10,000 calls every single month. Their goal is to place 200 students every single month. And they get 17% CTC 17% of the CTC on a 5 lakh placement that they do, which is 85,000 per student that they place. Right now, they are successfully placing 50% of their students. Now, that's because of the bottlenecks with their current filtering system and BD system. Using a product like ours, even if they can place 50 more students than their current number, they are going to generate 40 lakhs in just top line revenue for a 4 lakh or 10 lakh investment into a service like ours per month. Similarly, we have another example of Codnest. They make 1,500 calls, again, Bangalore-based, 1,500 calls every single day. They spend like 10 lakhs on leads already. We service them at the exact same price, but much smarter leads, which is a no-brainer for them to adapt and switch to as a whole.
How do you guys pricing the product?
So for a B2C, we have a fixed pricing, which is about $20 to about $40 based on the total number of people you want to meet. But when it comes to for B2B, we charge a per lead price, but that's based on volume. We charge between 35 to 45 rupees, which is competitive to a Lucia plus an Apollo.
How is revenue 1.5 lakh then? If you said 350 placements, but 1.5 lakh revenue.
So we started this 4 months ago, and what we wanted to do is do a co-pilot along with B2C. So we started off by giving free usage at first, which is where we placed a lot of students directly through that, and we've got approximately 80
just
paid
to
users.
Add there, one very interesting thing about the product is the product or an agent also understand what signal to look at based on the reply. So we had to do a lot of training for the agent to also understand. So if you right now go and try any other open source model or any other paid model, you will not get the same response because we have just optimized to get those 88 to 22% reply rates.
So those 350 aren't paid placements?
No.
Not all are paid, yeah.
I know time's up, but very quickly, what do you do on the demand side to optimize for accuracy? Supply side optimization is agent-led, you have scrapers and better signals. What do you do on the demand side for filtering?
As in, can you explain?
On the candidate side.
So we take the candidate, we have an agent to understand the candidate, and then the biggest thing we realize is candidates don't know how to write compelling emails and find the right person according to their profile. So we have an advanced matching system to see is there a fit score here. So we have a fit score mechanism. And after that, we also write a very compelling narrative in their email based on their experience. We ask them for projects, links, etc. to craft the right angle to reach out to that company.
This is productized?
Yes, it's live
even
on
if you look at our B2C platform, it starts with an agentic chat. So a customer would speak to an AI agent that understands them, asks them about their best projects, what are the outcomes they have generated in the past and their past work-ex. And we also take their resume for referencing their past data. And based on that, our agent crafts all these right matches as well as right outreach to do in that case.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Before we move on onto our next pitch, I'd quickly like to show you a glimpse of what our live stream is looking like, and also our leaderboard on the next platform, so you know who's higher up on the leaderboard. So we'll quickly show you on the screen. So this is what it's looking like, for all of our investors who are joining us online. And as you can see, Miomi's gotten 8 folks who are interested. Finn has a whopping 16 investors who've shown interest, and then we have OpenSecure at 7 and Spriggle at 7. We do have many pitches that are yet to come, but in case you want to show interest in these, the pitches that have already occurred, you can always find them on the platform and show interest. All right, next up we have SquareUp. SquareUp is the self-learning AI store you don't have to hire. It builds an online store and runs it well end-to-end, from selling, retention, and support for growing brands. Please welcome Param and Abhinav on stage.
Am I audible? Hello. Cool. Hi, my name is Param, and this is my co-founder Abhinav. Together, we are building SquareUp. So before I start, I want to ask people in the audience, how many of you here are D2C founders? Right. Now, amazing, all the best. Out of you all, how many of you were a data analyst or a CRO expert or a retention and life cycle expert in the past? No one, right? One last question. How many of you are currently building systems on top of their Shopify using Claude, Codex, or any other coding agents? And that's the problem. So usually at the early stage, founder has to do it all. And at the later stage, you either hire an agency or build an internal team to do so. Shopify has built an incredible ecosystem. It consists of around 21,000 different apps and plugins. These apps and plugins gives you different tools, different data points for your team to act on. But there has to be someone on your team who makes sense of those data points, put their judgment into it, and act on that. And that's the problem we are solving. So this approach has three main issues. Number one, your stores are reactive. You are deploying hundreds of different marketing campaigns targeting different segments. But when the shopper lands on your website, he sees the same one PDP or one static website. Second, the experimentation lies at the human layer. That is why the speed of experimentation is still low. And the results are usually linked to how good that person is. Third, each data point, each plugin, each tool adds up to your bill in the stack. This is usually what an average D2C brand ends up paying on a monthly basis. Today, we are here asking one question. If your store is the ultimate source of truth, then why can't it learn and run on its own? That's what we are building. SquareUp. SquareUp is an AI native store that understands your business, learns from your patterns, judgments, understands your shopper on an individual layer, and finally experiments more to deliver you the best results possible out there. We are in the private beta currently, experimenting, designing the product, co-building it with 9 of our design partners, and we have 17 more who we will be onboarding in the next wave. Now, to talk more about the market, I'll hand it over to my co-founder, Abhinav.
Yeah. So why should we build this right now? So the entire market is moving from humans sitting in front of a computer and operating tools to AI agents doing them for you. There is total 50 billion of spend on these e-commerce tools and agencies with $1 billion just in India. And now I'll talk about our GTM strategy. Our base plan is around $20 per month, where we power, we give you AI credits to run your store. Our GTM is for our first 100 customers, we'll target accelerator events, D2A accelerator events. And after that, we'll be partnering with D2C growth agencies and influencer and paid partnerships. So talking about us, why we are the perfect people to build this. I have been working at Amazon e-commerce for over 5+ years. I have scaled their D2C quick commerce business. I have sold my last company, which was a AI store builder 3 months ago, and then I started SquareUp with Param. Param has been running his own D2C brand and has his last startup was also in the D2C space, building AI agents for interviewing customers. And now we'll talk about, there are millions of growth and customer journeys happening on your store. Either you can sit in front of a computer and optimize each and one of them, or you can let SquareUp do it for you. We'll show you one customer journey and how SquareUp handles your store.
She has never heard of you. She asks ChatGPT for a leather handbag under $200. And ChatGPT sends her to your store because your store is written for ChatGPT to read. She says, smaller in tan. The grid rearranges. Even the titles and descriptions rewrite for her. She is nearly there. She hesitates, so the page shows the reviews and the free 30-day returns. Then she pushes for 20% off. Sage stops at 5, the floor you set. She never leaves the conversation. She checks out inside the chat and pays on your own gateway. And overnight, Ramu goes through what's sold and leaves you a report by morning.
Thank you. Yeah.
Can you talk about more of the objectives? Like, I mean, I'm a bit confused as to what the North Star is in terms of optimization. I understand that it's store optimization, but are there like top 3 priorities that you'll first solve and then maybe talk a bit about pricing, etc. as well, so that it helps grasp the crux of it?
Perfect. So the first metric that we are going after is the conversion. Currently, industry is around at 1% conversion rate. And the major funnel break-off is happening when people are landing up on different web, like same static web stores. We did run some initial tests. We were able to see the projected increase in conversion rates after our system goes live is around 80%. Uplift from what currently is there.
And these are dynamic storefronts.
And these are dynamic storefronts. So ultimately, store touches each and every point, each and every metric, but conversion is the first North Star metric that we are optimizing for. And as the journey continues, that's when we will be
Can you talk about some of the changes that, you know, the dynamic storefront does, like what works, what does not, and what causes the needle to move?
Right. So most important, it has an individual customer memory that understands the shopper preferences while it has interacted on any of our storefronts or especially with the brand before this. Second thing, you are running 10 different marketing campaigns. Now the customers are coming from different positions. Few people are coming from ChatGPT, some of them are coming from marketing copies, and the main IP that we have is we deliver the custom personalized storefront for each shopper. How we are doing this is in 2 layers. What happens essentially is whenever any copy is decided, there are hundreds of experiments which are being first created for that copy. We are training a data set which will first go through it and do the first pass of the experiments. And the ones which are performing will be promoted to the final web storefront.
And it's not just storefront optimization. We intend to own the entire stack. So if a customer leaves a shit review on one of your product, it should not be visible on your front page. So we do entire stack from product intelligence to storefront intelligence. We intend to own your entire store while you focus on the business, not only store.
Great. So I think the video towards the end, it seemed like it was more consumer, like customer facing. I want to understand more on the, running the operations of it. I mean, are we saying that there are going to be agents which can find the suppliers, find the vendors? Is it going to do those things itself? No,
we just operate within the storefront layer.
Okay.
For example, how do you decide what price should be your one product?
Okay.
Right? So you have to make some person sit on top of your Shopify store,
Sure.
understand the number of clicks, and then change the price. How do you decide what bundles to go with your product? All that stuff we manage from back office.
Each and every pixel, each and every data point that is there on the back office and the storefront is an experiment, and it optimizes itself and learns and evolves on it.
Got it. So, for running a company like this, there'll be like multiple functions and there are people doing different kind of tasks. Let's call them as workflows. So if we were to have like a metric, let's call it an automation percentage. So is there a percentage that you have been able to get at? And like, where do humans still get involved?
Yeah, so our IP is that we do not let humans decide what to do. We only surface decisions that should happen on your store. For example, we understand that a lot of people are abandoning the carts, but you don't have an automation setup so that you can recover the cart. So we automatically surface the decision that you click one button and then automatically your WhatsApp automation will be set up. Obviously, you have to do the logins and the credentials, but we do these decisions for you. You just approve on the store.
So customizations lie with the sellers, but there are like 59 engines as of now who work on suggesting you what should go there. So the judgment, initial patterns are coming from the sellers essentially, and they have the full authority on which level they want to give the autonomy to our agents.
What's the current traction for the product?
Sorry?
What's the current traction?
Traction. We are currently in development phase. We are co-building it with the 9 design partners. We would go live by next week with 3 of the partners, and so on and so forth.
Pricing for the product?
Pricing is $30, but our major pricing is AI credit. So we'll give you a certain amount of AI credit with base plan, and then we'll keep the credits increasing as you upgrade. Your brand grows with us.
So we are also solving for the plugins cost for these brands, where you have to buy in different tools to get the same level of. There are around 15 to 20 different workflows and intelligence that you need. You all have it in one bundled price.
In $100, you'll be able to cover your token cost.
Yes.
Yes, we are actually our token cost consumption is very low. We are using open source models, and our inference cost is pretty low to do all of this.
So those open source models would be fine tuned on their data, their store, which ultimately helps us save our costs.
Sounds good. Why are you both doing this? Just very quickly.
Right. So I ran a matcha brand while my time at Mesa, and over last 1 year, I have been doing multiple pivots in D2C tech. So last idea which I was working on was an AI researcher for D2C brands, and we had like Titan and Big Basket pilots for them. And that's where we got to work closely with these operators and leaders. So this problem statement is actually validated over a time.
What were you doing for Big Basket?
We ran experiments with them regarding AI-led consumer research, where our AI agents would go and do voice research for them.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so next up we have Block. Block is building a design-first, non-toxic insect control product for homes and hospitality spaces. And think Dyson meets insect control. Now to tell you more, please welcome Rishabh on stage.
Hello. Yeah. Okay. So imagine this. You're in a fine dine restaurant in Bangalore on a date. The food is good, your date is good, the vibe is amazing, but suddenly one mosquito shows up at your table, and suddenly you start doing this, and your whole experience gets ruined in seconds. If you look at it at scale, there are existing solutions in the market, but what options does an owner have? Coils that create a lot of smoke, fumigation services that are very expensive and recurring, zappers that make a lot of noise, or rackets that your staff can practice badminton with. If you look at scale, there are millions of commercial spaces and more than 100 million households who face this problem every single day. And Indians spend more than 6,000 crores annually just on ineffective pest control products. If you look at the health implications, it's massive. Almost 1/3 of the dengue cases worldwide are from India. For HoReCa businesses, it's not even optional. FSSAI conducted 7 lakh plus inspections last year, and over the past 1 month, there have been headlines of restaurants and hotels closing in Mumbai and Bangalore because of pests and hygiene. In a category that is this massive, there's no solution or no brand that you can trust. And that's why we built Block. Hi, my name is Rishabh. I'm the co-founder of Block, and we are in the journey of building India's first R&D-led pest control products brand, starting with mosquitoes and insects. We researched a wide variety of products and came across this product that we call the Block Mosquito and Insect Trapper. It basically has a UV LED light, and which basically attracts mosquitoes and insects, and it has a suction fan that sucks them in and traps them into a container where they dehydrate and die. No chemicals, no noise, no smell. It also disrupts the breeding cycle of female mosquitoes and thus solves the problem at its roots. Now you see why mosquitoes get attracted to humans is because of our body odor and our breath. And that is exactly what we mimic with our insect attractant sachets that you need to put inside the container and replace every 2 months. To test the market and the product, we started selling an imported product, and in 30 days, we did 16.5 lakhs in revenue, 20x of blended ROAS, and a 28% net margin per unit. This is what made us believe and prove that the problem is massive, and people are actively looking for new solutions in the market. Based on customer feedback, we realized a lot of issues with the imported products, and we realized that they are not made for Indian conditions. And that is why we decided to start building in India. We are currently manufacturing our own device in India, which we are planning to launch in November this year. It's 3x more product life, 2x better efficiency, and better design and better performance, suited for Indian conditions, which you can also use outdoors. If you look at the business model, it's kind of a razor and blade model, wherein the trapper becomes a one-time purchase, but the sachets and the bulbs are recurring purchases. So if you look at a large restaurant with around 3,000 square feet of area, they would roughly require 6 units, and that's 60,000 in revenue from just a single customer. And that just keeps on increasing with bigger and bigger outlets like luxury hotels and resorts. We plan to target 100 crores ARR in the next 3 years with this product, and also by launching multiple products like the housefly trapper and also solutions for rodents in the upcoming years. And to achieve this, we are planning to raise a round of 5 crores in the next few months. But currently in this room, we are seeking 1.5 CR in a safe note, so that we can have angels and we can have investors on board who can help us with the GTM, who can help us with their time, and who can help us achieve our vision. This whole market is very under-innovated. Like, there has been no innovation in the past 100 years. A mosquito clap is the single best innovation we have come up with. And what we believe is that we can build India's and eventually the world's most trusted pest control brands, and that people can actually use to manage their pest control needs. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Great category. How large is the category currently online?
The pest control products market is 6,000 crores in India. If you look at Horeca specifically, that's around 1,000 crore market. What we are planning to do is start with Horeca first, go deeper into them, understand and build a very strong funnel for Horeca, and then expand to adjacent corporate institutions, which can be IT firms, corporates, warehouses, cow sheds, factories, and then eventually expand to D2C once we have a good stable cash flow in the B2B segment.
Why B2B first?
We actually initially tested it with various customer segments, but what we realized was that the problem is actually very massive for hotels, restaurants, and cafes, and the kind of product that we are catering to is actually a much better fit than the existing solutions that they are using. Also, our product is priced at 4,500, so we realized that there is a higher willingness to pay for B2B spaces, so we can actually capture the market much faster with this product, and then eventually launch smaller products for D2C segments that we can also sell. But there have been also a lot of people who have been buying this for their balconies, terraces, lawns, and gardens. So we've been receiving demand from both the segments.
In the first 16 lakhs, what is the revenue and channel split?
So 16 lakhs, we did 70% through our D2C website, through performance marketing. Roughly 10% was through Amazon, and 20% was through offline sales and referrals. What we realized was word of mouth works really well in our segment, and especially for Horeca, and that is what actually helps us build a very strong funnel and also help us cross-sell later when we launch multiple product categories.
How quickly do the sachets run out?
So one sachet lasts 30 to 45 days. So we sell it in bundles, like pack of 2, pack of 4, pack of 10. And they need to replace it after every 45 days or when the container is full. So they can just dispose it off and replace it with a new sachet.
Okay, and like just in terms of the scalability, besides the repeatable sachets, is there any other way that the scalability can kick in?
Yes. So for one customer, let's say an ITC, right? What they'll do is they'll buy one product just to test and see how effective it is. Since one product covers 500 square feet of area, they will need multiple products to cover their entire space. So that's like multiple products in line from one client. Then there are sachets that they need to buy. And apart from that, there are these LED bulbs that have a life of 20,000 hours, which you need to replace after every 2.5 years. So the product can actually last now for 10 plus years, and you can use the same product and just keep replacing the LED bulbs, just like you do in a zapper.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So before we carry on to our next pitches, we'll take a quick 10-minute break and then do come back right after. See you. Thank you.
for the presentation.
Much more easy. The same case with almost 33 million hit times. That is the same case. Okay. And hello. Hello. Hey, 1,000. Thank you. Yeah. The mic is like a bit issue. Yeah, no, nothing. Huh?
You want art?
No.
Hi everyone, can we please start returning to your seats? We will be starting in the next 2 minutes. Thank you. Oh. Hi everyone, can we please return to your seats? We will be starting in the next 2 minutes. Thank you. Sorry, I don't... All right. Next up, we have Vector AI, which empowers veterinary hospitals to own every moment of a vet's life cycle using intelligent technology to turn a single clinical visit into a lifelong connected journey. Please welcome on stage Arjun.
My voice audible? Yes. It's clear, right? All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Arjun. Before that, I just want to have a quick question. How many of you in this room have pets? Can you raise your hand? Sweet. Now, how many of you can remember the exact your pets on your last veterinary visit? Not really a lot of people, right? But that's the case of 33 million pet parents in India. There's a big disconnect between pet parents and clinics. And let's see why. So, the problem with modern SaaS solutions is that they